What's up, peeps? You ever get out there camping and you get hooked up and got your power going and got your water going, and you start looking around and you notice that there's nowhere to dump the tank at? I've got the solution for you, man.
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I mean.
So, what we got for you today? This is going to be a little bit informative. I know it's a little off from what we normally do, but
oh, trust, there'll be commentary.
the Peanut Gallery is in charge today, and I'm sure it will be the normal K&R show. But
So what you got here?
what we got here is we got a 36 gallon. We went with a bigger one because our actual waste tank, our black tank, is 40 gallons, so figured 36 was ideal. Rhino tote tank for draining either black or your gray tank. This here is what the campers use, or RVers use, to drain your tank. You hook this up to your truck and you haul this up to the dump station, so you don't have to actually move the whole RV to go dump. Now, on Amazon, this thing runs about $300, but we actually found it on eBay for about a third of the cost. So the link for that will be in the description, and hopefully you guys can see the savings just as much as we did. But the cool thing about this is that when you buy the tank, it pretty much gives you everything that you need, so you don't have to use your existing things. You have a clear elbow for dumping it from here out of your tank. You have two of them actually, because this is the one that you use when you go and dump it at the dump stations. You've got covers that will cover your little slinky hose, and they provide you with this little slinky hose. Now this hose, it'll stretch, but not really that far. They give you a flex hose here that you can use, and it helps rinse everything out. So you hook up the rinse hose to it and you can rinse it all out. You've got plugs that plug up the holes, so keep the smell. And then you got this lovely thing, which you do not want to ever lose, because this is what you use. You go up underneath here and it'll be like this, and this is what you tow it with. You take it, you put that on the tow hitch of your truck.
Otherwise, you get to pull your poopy
And
tank
I don't know
with your hands.
how manly you think you are, but 36 gallons of poop can be pretty excessive.
All right, so you ready to see a demonstration?
So, just for you guys, we actually need to dump our tank. So, be prepared for that. All right, peeps. Today is the day. Dookie day. Anyways, we're gonna try out the new Camco 36 gallon dookie tank. Now, a couple of gizmos you can always use. They've got the elbow here for both the dumping and whatnot. But what I'd always recommend before hooking up your hose, you can see ours is back here underneath here, but always make sure that valve is closed. We're not going to discuss why I am telling you to make sure that valve is closed, but always make sure that valve is closed before you pop this top off. Trust me with that. Make sure your slinky is nice and tight on that. Get it into position. Get your elbow clamped on, and then we're gonna let it rip.
Heaven help us.
Then have mercy on our souls. Did I mention it's god awful? One does not want to really be this close to the dookie.
Woo-wee. Go.
All right, make sure that valve is shut. Always make sure that valve is shut. Rinse the last little bit out. Always keep this upright. And try to put your cap back on so you don't forget about that, but always keep this upright. And then what I normally do to make sure I get no backlash, I go ahead and cap that off. So, got two options. I'm really not sure which will be easier, but you got this beautiful hefty handle to help move it, or using the gizmo that you're supposed to tow it with. It might give you a little bit more leverage. Just bring it up. Boom. There she is.
All right, so we're gonna follow him to the dump station.
Let's see. Okay, peeps. Pray for me. Well, she rode good. Well, I mean, didn't come flying off. So, but I didn't really go over, what, about 15 miles an hour, I think. Probably the safe bet. Not really sure what the speed is that they say, but I wouldn't go over 15 miles an hour. Get it unhooked. Brought around here fairly close. It's got the same setup, just like your RV. Valve and everything. So, again, check to make sure it's closed before you open that up. Otherwise, that could be a whole world of nasty. Always open this end kind of upwards. Keep anything hooky that might be hanging out away from you. Make sure that's down in the groove. Now, one thing else that I did read, and yes, I did read.
What? Say it ain't so.
This right here is a cap that helps with ventilation, and you want to undo it, or this one over here, either one, but you want to undo those. And the reasoning why is because as this draining, it causes a big ball of suction, and it will just friggin' vacuum itself in.
Okay.
So I usually just loosen the cap, take the other valve off. I'm probably overdoing it, but, and there we go.
I mean, you can just see it vacuuming or sucking itself in right now.
Right. Now, if you bring a hose with you, which we didn't do, can actually hook it up there and it's got a clean out. But I'm gonna use this spot here and I'm gonna shoot some water in it to clean everything out. Put that right down in there. Now the big scheme of things, like I said, you can get another hose and hook to it, and that little valve there, this one, is what helps kind of spray it around and helps cleans it out more. I just didn't bring a hose with me, but we slipped it down in there, and big scheme of things, it's kind of doing its job.
All in all, you think it's a good thing?
I think it's a great thing.
All
Perfect purchase for, like I said, if you're ever out, well, boondocking, or you get into a campsite that doesn't have full hookups and you go be there for a minute. I would definitely recommend it. Now, some people may not need one this big, but you know us, go big and go home type of thing.
Rhino, us, white boy.
Anyways, we appreciate you, man, and definitely recommend it, man.
All right.
K&R, thumbs up.
Awesome.